Hello everyone, welcome to Harv's World. Well, it's going to be a bit of an odd stream today, I have to tell you, because it's the holidays. And with the holidays, what does that mean? Well, that means that we don't have a lot of help today. Caveman is busy, Sharko's busy, so you're stuck with little old Harv today. It's all on Harv's shoulders, but I've got big ones, I can handle it. Big Bungus, how you doing? Josh Wallace, who's been waiting for quite some time to get this thing going. Appreciate you guys being here. And what was I thinking? If you remember the last stream, I planted 200 acres of lettuce. And now I've got 4 harvesters running on this field, and I'm just going to try to keep up with the chaser bin. Get them emptied out. But you know, these streams aren't really as much about the farm work as they are about getting to meet and talk to you guys. So, how's the world treating y'all? What's going on out there? Anyone? Everyone? You all ready for Christmas? Here's hoping. I think I'm mostly ready. I got some wrapping left to do, but I'm pretty sure all my buying is done. And that makes me a happy man, because I'm not a big fan of shopping. Not that big a fan of shopping at all. So yeah, you're going to kind of miss out on the traditional banter between me, Sharko, and Caveman. Those guys are tied up. Sharko is actually flying out today to visit family for the next 3 weeks over the holidays, so cheers to him. I'm sure that would be great. He probably doesn't get to see those folks as much as he'd like to, but sounds like he's going to have an opportunity to make up for that just a little bit. So, good for him. The holidays can always be just a little bit challenging when it comes to family and such, don't you agree? Sometimes. But it's good. You know, it's that time of year when everybody feels a little bit better and behaves a little bit better. Usually, I'm not going to say always, but frequently that seems to be the case. So hopefully that's how it's going for you folks out there. And yeah, we're working on 200 acres of lettuce. 4 separate harvesters working, 4 helpers, and I'm just going to play chaser. That's all I can do. And AF is on the map with us today. He's working his own farm. He's welcome, always welcome to come down and help out down here, but he's always usually pretty busy keeping up with his own stuff. This is actually kind of these Ropa harvesters run so fast that it looks like it's blowing all the lettuce out the back end of the trailer. It's not actually. It's filling the trailer, but it looks that way. If you want to, AF, feel free to come down and chase. We've barely started, and I've got almost 500,000 liters already. Well, let's take a look, Cole, and see. What is our lettuce price right now? I haven't even looked. I think I just planted lettuce on a whim, and hope I don't end up regretting it here. I can't even seem to read. Oh, there it is. Next to the cabbage. 1688. And I've already got, yeah, I'm going to make a lot of money off of lettuce. Going to make a lot of money off lettuce. In fact, you'll see I've got $11.5 million sitting there right now. Most of that comes from, I planted a small field of onions, just onions, and made $6 million. So, yeah, pretty sure the lettuce is going to do the same thing for me. And I've got a lot more lettuce. A lot more. Look at all that. It's a sea of green. A lovely sea of green, I might add. Cazz64 always does a great job with his textures when he's added these new crops. They really look good. Nice thing is he also developed these harvesters that are running right now, and they each hold half a million liters. So that's very helpful, especially in a situation like this when you are going to be harvesting. I mean, what? These 4 harvesters have done about 4 rows, and I've got half a million. I bet I'm looking at anywhere from 8 to 10 million liters of lettuce. Anybody want to hazard a guess? It's going to be a lot. That's all I know. It's going to be a ton of lettuce. At least I haven't done a straw crop or anything like that. And thank goodness for Caveman setting up these mega trailers for us. Can you imagine trying to run a field like this with all of this massive amount of crop on it with a standard 50,000 liter trailer? I would have made 10 trips to the silo already and back. I'd never be able to keep up. So kudos to Caveman, helping out even when he's not here. And I hope you guys are all keeping up with Caveman's channel. He is doing some really good things over there on No Man's Land. He's talking about starting a new series pretty soon. He might actually do something different than time lapse. So I'm looking forward to seeing if that works out for him. Yeah, AF, that's fine. If you need a trailer, I've got one, but it's not exactly a low body trailer, so that's why I'm using these belly dumps. Because the root crop harvesters, the lettuce harvesters, whatever you want to call them now, because they're different on this map, they're pretty low on their pipes, so sometimes finding the right trailer can be a bit of a challenge. I don't really need to run with this guy. I actually need to run down and get to another harvester and empty him out. And for those of you who don't know, even though it's in the title, this is Old Timers Farm by Cazz64. If you're interested in the map, Cazz64 does great maps, and he's got many out there. Probably the most popular is the Wild West 16 times. Oh my gosh, is that a massive is that a massive map? We tried it, and it runs pretty much the same crops that we have on here. We've got the same. He's added some new farm animals. He's got calves. He's got ducks. He's got what else do we have on here? Oh, goats. He's got goats that aren't normal. But if you're looking for Cazz64 maps, you can usually find them at Papa Smurf Modding. I think those guys have kind of teamed up a little bit. They've got their own web page with a whole bunch of different mods on there. And these super harvesters are a special mod pack that he created just to handle his big map root crops and lettuce, onions, stuff like that. Well, onions are still considered a root crop, but look at that. We're barely started. I'm almost to 1 million liters already. I've almost got a full trailer here. Hey AF, if you want, I can buy a trailer and drop it in the shop. If you want to pick it up there, you could come down and use that. That's a good Saturday afternoon. I was afraid everybody would be out Christmas shopping, but we've got quite a few viewers. How's everybody doing out there? Welcome to the stream. Hey Plubsy, doing great, man. appreciate you stopping in. It's always fun when Plubsy can make it on the server, but I'm glad he stops in even when he can't. He does jump in and help us out from time to time. Plubsy is known as Crispy on the server, as in regular or crispy fried chicken. Let me buy that trailer real quick for Alaskan Farmer so he can come out and help. And I want the Big Wilson. We've got a Big Wilson here somewhere. Is that? Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. I don't think I'll be buying that in pink. We've got to do Harv's World color. Alrighty, F. You got a trailer sitting at the shop, ready for you to pick up, buddy. So what's the good word out there? What's everybody hoping for Christmas? Frankly, if I'm honest, I'm just hoping for a better freaking year, man. I'm sure most of us can agree with that one. Wow. What a year 2020 has been. Can 2021 be any worse? Let's hope not. Man. No, I think I've answered my own question. It really can't be any worse. No way. There we go. That's one full trail. That's 1,000,000 liters already. Start dumping in the rear. Yeah, if we can actually get that that antivirus or that vaccine working, that would make 2021 a much better year. If we can get the politicians to stop fighting over it. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm about sick of the politicians. All of them. Fingers crossed. Well, let's see. I would imagine if you're like me, you're probably either playing Farming Simulator or some other game while you've got the stream going on in the background. So conversation is not always at the forefront of what you're interested in. And I completely understand that. Trying to figure out which one of these. I can't keep. I've got this inspector mod that tells me, one of these is at 40%, but I can't tell. I guess I could tell if I look at the map because they're all labeled. So F is at, yep, the one I'm coming up on right now, he's at 40%. Which means he's got 200,000 liters sitting there waiting for me to unload from him. We might actually get this done in good time. The great thing about these, if you haven't noticed yet, one of the great things about these harvesters is that they run at 18 miles an hour. They run at 18 and they hold 500,000 liters. Now the downside is you have to buy separate headers depending on your crop. So you can't just buy a straight header. You've got to buy, I had to buy lettuce headers to be able to harvest lettuce. If I was doing onions, I'd have to pull out my onion headers. That kind of junk. Oh shoot. I screwed up my cruise control. Yeah, so unfortunately, or fortunately, I guess it depends on your perspective. Although I think it's very unfortunate that the guys are tied up with Christmas stuff right now, dealing with their own family. Not dealing's the wrong word, isn't it? But, you know, spending time with their own families, doing what they need to do. And so we're a little bit short-handed today, but we'll make it work. We might end up with a little bit of a shorter stream, because I haven't even had a chance to talk to those guys to find out what they need done on their farms, although my farm needs lots of work. I've been slacking. I'll own it. There we go. Harv the Slacker. It's alright. We're actually trucking right along here, so I'm kind of curious to see just how long it will take to get this field done with these 4 harvesters. Another thing about these harvesters is that their heads wear out pretty quick. So I have got a repair trailer sitting over on the edge of the field for when they start slowing down. And now I'm too close. There's my problem. There we go. That's better. Excuse me. Sorry to broadcast that. I'm sure it went out. Well, we've got the regulars in today. That's good. Don't know if we've got any new folks popping. I don't always see who all's on the stream. I think that's intentional, unless you chat, then I know you're here, but otherwise I have no way to tell. Alright, time to break off from this guy and go track down Panther C. Man, that's a lot of lettuce. Panther C, I almost think has to be the one on the far end. I just gotta find him. There he is. Hey Andrew, how you doing, buddy? Good to have you here. Was it you that were saying that you hadn't watched a series yet, so you were going to start with Pineapple Bay that just came out yesterday? Pineapple Bay, I'm going to tell you right now, Pineapple Bay is a good one to start with. It's going to be very interesting. I have got a lot of big plans for that one. It just dropped yesterday, first episode, bit of a map tour, and getting started. But yeah, that's going to be a fun one. And I've set it up to be even more challenging than that big old. I mean, that's a 4 times map that I'm playing on there, but I'm going to do something completely different. At least completely different for Harv. And you'll find out in the next episode exactly what the plan is, at least part of the plan. And I'm working a 35 acre field there, and I think I've got 2 seeders that run 3.8 meters. That's challenging, let me tell you. And I got no money. So yeah, Pineapple Bay is going to start off a bit of a struggle. Especially once you see what the grand plan is. And I did this last stream, but since last stream, I've actually been catching up with talking to a lady who lives in Australia. Her name is Marilyn. She dropped into Discord just to chat with me for a little bit. She is a big fan of the channel. You know, I don't know how, at least in her mind, I rate right up there with Daggerwin. I don't think the rest of the world has quite caught up to her yet, but Daggerwin and I are her 2 favorites, and we've been chatting quite a bit, and I wanted to just do a shout out and say hi, Marilyn. She watches all of this stuff, and I'd like to say hi to her partner Julie also. She's a very sweet lady. She's originally from the United Kingdom, from England. I shouldn't say, well, no, because she's been to Scotland. She's been all over the place and done a lot of stuff in her life. She's lived a very full life. She is 74 years young. A total sweetheart. And, well, I'm not that much younger than she is. 20 years, almost 20 years exactly, but be that as it may. And there's a lot in common. We've been finding some real common ground, so what's particularly one of the interesting things is, you know, Marilyn used to be a sheep farmer in Scotland. A little bit. She had a croft, or a holding as she likes to call it. And she does her own auto repairs. She is quite the self-sufficient woman, let me tell you. Quite the impressive young lady. And that's really, you know, if I'm honest, that's what this is all about. The streaming, the videos, all of it is really just to get to know more people, to you know, talk to people, find out different things. If you've followed any part of my world tour, you'll know how much I enjoy learning about new places, and sharing that information. I hope folks enjoy learning about them too. I try to impart some knowledge, but not even knowledge, just share facts and junk. Trivia. I'm a trivia geek. I own it. And again, I still have to ask myself, what was I thinking planting 200 acres of lettuce? I must have been nuts. See, Marilyn even told me I should have planted poppies. And as usual, she was correct. See if we can get this guy emptied out and then go track down another one. Yeah, he looks pretty empty now. Although, no, Panther A, so that's going to be my third one down there. These guys are still trucking right along. 18 miles an hour harvesting lettuce. I wish I could get a standard harvester to run 18 miles an hour, although I bet plenty of you guys out there know exactly how to edit the XMLs to increase the speed on those things. I trust Caveman for that. I can do a bit of XML editing if I really need to do something, but anytime I have a question, he's the man I turn to for the answer. Just in my own, although I will have to say, and it's going to appear, it's going to make an appearance here real soon in Pineapple Bay. I did a mod edit that he doesn't know how to do. So I am learning. This old dog can still learn a new trick from time to time. Needs must, as they say. And for anybody who's wondering, there is a new episode of Off the Grid coming tomorrow. Always on Sundays. I really need to post a schedule on my channel, don't I? I'll let people know when. But Off the Grid is always Sunday morning at 10 a.m. I know there are a lot of fans of the Off the Grid series. It's been my most popular all along. Run twice as long as any other series at this point, and shows no signs of stopping. Almost full. 2 million liters. What did I say? Anywhere from 8 to 10. I may have overestimated a little bit, but maybe not by too much. It's definitely going to be over 6. So, come on, top me off. There we go. 2 million liters. Get these back over to the silo. I hope I've got enough silo space for all that. I may not. This means I'll have to go sell them right away. That might not be a bad idea anyway. The price is good right now. It seems to be pretty good, and we can see just how much money all of these onions, these heads of lettuce will bring in. Oh, I almost nailed it. The only downside to my silos is this narrow entryway. And yes, Caveman even adjusted these so that they dump 1 million liters much faster than your average trailer. He's got all the modding answers. At least how to adjust mods. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any on ModHub yet, but I'd like to see him get 1 or 2 up there. That would be nice. Oh, pulled too far forward. I hadn't switched to my trailer. There we go. That's better. So anybody got any big plans for the weekend? You gonna get out? You gonna party? You gonna have a good time? Hang out with your folks? Travel to get ready for Christmas? Buy something nice for your girlfriend, your boyfriend? Be a couch potato and play Farming Simulator all weekend, which is kind of the story of my life. Okay, I'm not a couch potato. I'm constantly working, like constantly working. At least that's how I feel about it. One of my subscribers, Ethan, he pops in from time to time. He might show up this afternoon. I'll hop on and play with him occasionally, and he's always asking me if I'll play with him, and I'm always just having to say, I'm sorry, dude, I can't. I've got too much work to do. That's one thing I'll throw out there right now. You know, if you want to start a YouTube channel of your own, I got to tell you, be prepared to work and work hard, because there is nothing easy about it. I wish there were. Oh, Andrew, I'm sorry. You guys have been on a much tighter lockdown than we have for a long, long time, and I just saw today in the news that there's a new strain of COVID coming out, and I believe it was England that was saying that they were going to tighten their restrictions again. Sorry to hear that, dude. I'm not going to say one way or another who's responsible for this mess, but whoever's responsible for COVID needs to be hunted down and punished for their crimes against humanity. Let's see. Okay, that's F. Time to break off from this guy and go harvest or go load up the other guy. I think we're going to have to start rewording our Christmas songs. You know, like it's beginning to look a lot like COVID. Have a holly jolly COVID. Okay, maybe not quite that bad, but you get the point. All right, I'm throwing this out there. Help a brother out, man. If I have to try to keep figuring out what to say for the next 2 or 3 hours, it's going to be a real challenge, and you're going to get really bored. I'll start reading the Declaration of Independence or the Constitution of the United States or something. Hey, Zinx2X, how you doing, man? I appreciate you dropping in. Welcome to the stream. Well, that's exactly it, Andrew. You know, I was talking to somebody the other day. No worries, Big Mungus. I'm not trying to force anybody to talk if they don't want to. I'm just throwing it out there. Yeah, exactly. Getting back to what Andrew was saying, you know, yeah, what can you do? I was just talking to somebody the other day, and she was saying, I'm starting to think that, you know, all of this is just um, some kind of manipulation, or whether you should trust what people say. And I was like, well, you know, I'd rather be a fool for trusting somebody who was making stuff up than feel horrible about the damage I had done because I chose not to listen. This is very much a case of where it's better to be safe than sorry. Because if COVID is the real deal, and I'm sure it is, I have no doubt that it is. But if it is, your opportunity to do a lot of damage to a lot of people in a short amount of time is huge. And I'm sure we've got, you know, all of us have got older people out there that we care about a lot, and they are especially vulnerable to something like this. We can't afford to risk their health and their lives over, you know, our frustration with what's going on. So, and I guess it just goes back to everything else. Be good to each other. That's what we really need to do in this world. Be good to each other. And this could get interesting because I see rain in the forecast. Oh, Andrew, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I have a very good friend who is a nursing home director. And fortunately, she's been doing an amazing job of keeping COVID out of her facility. In fact, this month, just a couple weeks ago, um, the very first case of it showed up, and it was luckily not a patient, it was one of her staff, so he should be able to recover. But, you know, the nightmare that goes on in that kind of situation, you know, she has just been frustrated for the last 2 weeks because her workload increases 2 or 3 times to deal with an outbreak like that. So yeah, it's a real shame. Oh, don't worry about it, AF. You're fine. I can see which ones need to be emptied, so it's a lot easier for me. It's hard to imagine that anybody in the world right now hasn't or doesn't know someone who's been affected by COVID. And I'll be honest, I've got a brother who's very anti-COVID. Like, you know, he's like, I'm not going to be afraid of some virus, and I'm going to do what I always do, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, well then I'm sorry, dude, but I can't see you right now. If you can't take this seriously, I hope your friend is okay, Andrew. I really, really do. And a lot of the care homes in the U.S. have really been hit hard by this thing. Very hard. Okay, well, maybe we should move on to a lighter topic, unless anybody just kind of wants to scream and yell and release some frustration over this whole situation. Because frankly, you know, I'd like to go into a room with, I don't know, a couple hundred glass bottles and just start smashing them against the wall. Just release some of that pent up frustration and and anger over all of this that's going on. We just want the world to get back to normal, right? Well, that's good at least. I'm glad your friend didn't have to suffer from the worst of it. Yeah, I've got friends who have been through it. Um, and luckily, when they catch it, they get quarantined, kept out of the general population, and general population. It sounds like a prison, um, but you know what I mean. I'll be honest with you, Andrew. I'm not that much different. I'm not a socialite kind of person. I'm a homebody, and I kind of like it that way. Right now, YouTube is my social outlet. You guys are who I talk to more than anybody else. I don't know what that says about me, but I'm so thankful for the people who have subscribed, who tune into the streams, the folks on Discord. Got a really good group on Discord now. It's just fantastic. The channel's been growing a lot here over the last couple months. Really, really starting to pick up, and Discord's growing. I think we've got about 35 people in there now. And of course, everyone is always welcome. I really didn't think I would get off kilter that quick. Having a hard time adjusting my speeds because the headers are starting to wear out just enough to slow these guys down. No, I think we're still running pretty solid at 18. Yeah, that's pretty good. Well, I don't see them full-blown locking down Christmas in the U.S. With I mean, people are frustrated enough already, so that could probably just cause a riot. Well, AF, I think what I'm going to do is I'll work on this end of the field and keeping these guys emptied, and if you can work on that end of the field to keep those guys emptied, I think that's going to be our best plan. Hey, I've got a question for you guys. Have any of you ever watched Black Sails on Showtime? I need to go back and rewatch it. That was a great, great series. If you like pirates, Black Sails was fantastic. Okay, this guy is definitely slowing down. Yeah, AF, as the headers wear out, these guys start getting slower and slower, so it can be real hard to judge the speed. I just dropped my trailer. Oops. Bad keystroke. Oh, look at that. The dolly. Hey, let's see if we can drop everything. Yep, we can. There we go. That was way harder than it needed to be. $200 acres of lettuce. And I've already got well over 3 million liters. So am I certifiably insane or not? You be the judge. I'm kind of beginning to think that I am. Although it's a good thing I had some extra money to buy some extra harvesters, because otherwise I would probably be in trouble. If you haven't seen it, I strongly recommend Black Sails on Showtime. It's been finished up for a few years now, but man, is it definitely worth it. I'm kind of a pirate guy too. I love pirates. That's a good point, Andrew. I'll have all the rabbits following me around. That's something somebody needs to add to a farming simulator. Bunnies. That would be a great farm animal, right? Don't they have bunnies that produce wool? Am I wrong in saying that there's bunnies that produce wool? I think there are. I don't want a bunny farm that's, where bunnies are going for the slaughter or anything, but like if we could have wool producing bunnies, that would be great. Yeah, we're getting to that mid-range now where that's true. Somebody somebody had a hiccup on their farm and there was a horse pasture. Was that on Sandy Bay? There's a horse pasture that was producing wool. We figured if we could get horses to produce bacon too, they would be the ultimate farm animal. Horse milk, horse wool, horse bacon. Just a one-stop animal shop. This field might actually get done. Yeah, and it was the horse stable that was installed with the map too. It wasn't even one that you had placed. Sandy Bay horse wool. I would be curious. I haven't done a search for it or anything, but I'd be interested to see if anybody else has ever had that problem on Sandy Bay. It's an extremely popular map, so there has to be plenty of instances. Should we do our country check-in now? I know Andrew is from England. I'm obviously from the US. I don't think our Canadians are here today. Sharko is from Canada, but he couldn't make it. He's on a flight to visit family for Christmas. I'm sure Caveman is helping out his family today also. He does a lot for his family. Oh, I'm already full, so what am I trying to line this trailer up for? There we go. Man, last stream we had a lot of different countries representing, man. Canada, the US, there was Estonia, Denmark, Norway, I think. Um, Gosh, who else? Mexico made an appearance. So awesome to talk to, all those different people from so many different places. Hey, there's Roxana. Yeah, Roxana from Norway. She made the last stream. Welcome, Roxana. Thank you for stopping in. Yeah, the channel's growing enough now. I'm really having a hard time keeping up with everybody. Nowhere near what it needs to be, but it's definitely getting there. We're making some progress, some good headway. Well, today we at least have the US, Norway, and England, and Alaskan farmer from almost Canada. Now, there's a guy who should be talking because he's led a really interesting life, Alaskan farmer has. If any of you are familiar with Dutch Harbor, The only reason I know Dutch Harbor is because of that show on Discovery called Deadliest Catch, but he actually lived there. And he was a farmer in Alaska for a long, long time. And he's an all-around nice guy, which is what we expect from our Alaskan farmers. Well, I see what my problem is. Now, if Sharko was here, I'd make him tell you about his plan to go off the grid. Because he wants to build a trailer that's a house. Not a house trailer per se, but a trailer that is a house. Which seems pretty interesting. Okay, well, you seem like a nice guy to me, Alaskan farmer, and that's what matters. If I say it, it must be true. And I'm struggling to get my rear trailer lined up here. I think my collision boxes are holding me up. Nope, it's just my speed. There we go. It's loading. Sometimes the graphics just glitch out, so you can't tell, but it is actually loading into the trailer. You know, now that I think about it, my 8 million liter estimate might not have been too far off here. It really might not have been. I've already got 2 million liters in the silo. I've got 1.2 million liters in these trailers. I don't know how much Alaskan farmer has yet, but I'm betting. Oh yeah, I do. His trailer holds 2 million liters, and he's at 27%. That's going to be over 500,000 liters. So I'm already at 4, and there's a lot to go yet. I keep trying. This is a caveman custom trailer, Logan, and welcome to the stream. Logan Plays ZFN. I hope I pronounced that right. This is a custom trailer that was modded by us from Caveman Customs, my partner in crime sometimes. It is a Trail King belly dump, is what it's known as in real life, but in Harv's World life, it holds 1 million liters. Which is a darn good thing, because we wouldn't be able to do this without it. And I'm struggling to line up this rear trailer. I probably should just drop the rear trailer and use the front one and unload it. But yeah, we're playing on this big map. We do have a lot of farmers on this map now. We're pretty well full. But Caveman modified a whole bunch of equipment to help us out on this map. Keep us going, working these big fields. I do have the largest field on the map at 200 acres, and I either brilliantly or foolishly planted lettuce. We're gonna find out before the end of this, one way or another. Am I nuts, or did I do the right thing? I think it's a combination of both. You know, they say that genius and insanity are very closely related. See you, Logan. Take care, buddy. You and me both, Andrew. Although, to be fair, a lot of the new crops that use those ropa harvesters are really similar to really similar to harvesting potatoes. Because we have lettuce, we have red cabbage, we have regular cabbage. What else do we have? Onions. Well, while we're unloading, we can just look and see. Yeah, those are the root crop type additions. Lettuce, red cabbage, regular cabbage. I think onions. Oh, carrots. Yeah, carrots, man. Carrots really crank out a lot. Sharko and Caveman love to plant carrots. Although, if you saw the stream with Caveman's carrots, that was pretty classically hilarious. So there was a hiccup on the map. If you hadn't seen that, where we were harvesting carrots for Caveman, and the map glitched somehow, and the price for carrots went through the roof, like $65,000 per 1,000 liters. And we're sitting here getting all excited. Oh yeah, go sell your carrots. Go sell your carrots. We got to see. And I even did the calculation on how many carrots he had and how much he would get paid. And it was something like $250 million. It was it was along those lines. He goes and takes a trailer load of carrots. He starts selling them to that sell point, dumping them in, and they start charging him for taking the carrots off of his hands. He ended up paying for them to take his carrots. It was pretty classic. Poor Caveman. Well, we're coming up on the end of the first hour. Not doing bad. Not doing bad at all. That's not going to help me. I should just run down to the other field and catch them on the way back. Yeah, at one point we thought they were going to end up charging him that $65,000 per 1,000 liters. But luckily, luckily it didn't get that far, but it still charged him quite a bit. At least he didn't go broke from it. Yeah, Andrew, exactly. The carrot market crashed. Another thing about playing on the dedicated server, it's not quite as smooth as playing on your own map. If you know what I mean, there's always just a little bit of lag that kind of seems to throw things off. There I go again, dumping my trailer. But yeah. So making adjustments, trying to pull up next to a harvester sometimes can be just a little bit challenging. Because you're never... I see what I'm doing now. I'm reaching for the 1 key, and I'm accidentally tapping Q instead of 1. That's why I keep dropping that trailer off. because I'm trying to back off my cruise control just a little bit. Yeah, see, these guys started harvesting at 18 miles an hour. They're already dropping down to 16. And hey, if you are enjoying the stream, don't forget to hit that like button. It really does help the channel a lot. It seems like such a small thing, but it really is very helpful. Is that your farm sim farm, Roxana, or is that your real farm? Because weren't you telling us that your real life farm was still using horses? And I absolutely positively have to know what kind of tractor that did you buy. I'm an equal opportunity tractor user, but Fendt is my favorite. Everybody kind of knows that by now. A 1954 Alice Chalmers. Outstanding. Now that's the way you do it. 1954 Alice Chalmers. In real life, no less. Very cool. Very, very cool. Excuse me. If any of you have seen my Facebook page, I've got some antique tractors posted there. My uncle actually restores antique tractors. I didn't know this until a few months ago. He used to do antique cars, but he's in his late 70s at this point, and he still works in the shop every day. And he was looking for some help, so occasionally I will go over there and help him work on these antique tractors. It's been a blast. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's hard work. It's real hard work, but we've worked on just a little bit of everything. But he doesn't have an Alice Chalmers yet. That would be sweet. Oh, that's even better, Roxana. You got a 1954 Alice Chalmers by trading hay for it. That is a brilliant farm story. I might have to steal that story and put it into a Let's Play one day. Yeah, this guy has an antique tractor, and he needs some hay for his cattle, so he's willing to make a trade. So do you have big plans for your tractor, Roxana? You know what you're going to do with it yet? Some of the chores that your horses do, I suspect. We get back down to the other end of this field, I think I'm going to have to pull this harvester off and get it repaired, because it's really slowing down. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's probably about the hardest job your horses do, huh? Having to plow. Man, that's just amazing to think that you're using, that you're running a horse a horse farm, like a farm that uses horses, and you've only got your first piece of mechanized equipment. That is just brilliant. That's fabulous. Yeah, I knew I was getting too far over. Hey, Hunter buddy. How you doing, man? Glad you could drop in. Hardest job for the horses is stacking hay. That's interesting. What do they do to stack hay? I'm having a hard time. I mean, having never done that kind of work or even seen it because everything is so mechanized now. How do horses stack hay? You're giving me all kinds of stuff to Google when I get off the stream, Roxana, because I don't even know what a beaver slide is. I'll be completely honest. I have no clue. No frame of reference on that whatsoever. Jump into this harvester real quick. Yeah, see, the harvester's not showing that much wear, but I can tell the head really is. I seriously doubt that a beaver slide is the same thing as an electric slide. Don't mind me, I'm a dork by nature. Ah, okay, that makes sense. That's kind of what I was thinking. Yeah, look at the condition on that header. It's down to about 40%. And I think I'll let that other harvester finish up that little strip and then get this one working on this bigger section that hasn't been touched yet. Okay, we are back in business. Yeah, that makes sense. You'd almost have to be able to move it around. So do you like load hay into sort of like a big bucket or something, and then the horses have to pull the bucket or basket up and tip it into a pile? Because I'll bet And I've actually heard a lot of people say this hay work in the summertime is pretty grueling. And that's just for people. Well, I have to tell you, I'm going to have to plan my streams just a little bit better in the future to make sure Caveman and Sharko can help out. Because yeah. I guess I'm just not quite as good at coming up with topics without a little bit of help. We've talked about Christmas, and God knows we talked enough about COVID to make my eyes bleed. Although, people are dropping in and out, so for those of you who are still going to manage to have a decent Christmas, or at least have the opportunity for it, what are you looking forward to coming up this next Friday? Just 6 more days. You got your shopping done? Are you hoping for anything special? Hoping Santa brings you? And I guess from what I hear, Hunter Farms, who's on the stream right now, or was following a minute ago, was letting me know that I guess there aren't going to be any new mods for the next 3 weeks. Giants is shutting down the mod department. Oh, did you go to a dealership, Hunter? Check out the new tractors? Oh, there you go, Roxana. That might just be the absolute best part of Christmas. Lots of food. Are there any Norwegian specialties that you look forward to for Christmas time? Anything that folks in Norway only tend to make around the holidays? Yep, I hear you, Alaskan Farmer. I'm kind of in the same situation, although I still will be around folks. Yeah, same difference. If they're out of the office is shut down, right, Hunter? They are taking a 3-week hiatus. Let's put it that way. And Alaskan Farmer, it looks like that harvester coming up on your left is about half full. Just letting you know. Hey, people are dropping in again. Welcome back, everybody. Still trying to find out whether I'm insane or not. $200 acres of lettuce. I've already got over 4 million liters, and we're looking at probably, I don't know, a grand total of a lot. I'm thinking it's going to be somewhere around 8 million. At least 8 million. Maybe more. Call this the Great Lettuce Harvest. And actually, I'm going to hop down there and look at C. How much does he have left to do? Actually, you know, I think Have you emptied it all, AF, or is this still your first trailer load? Oh, fish soup. That sounds good. Is that like a fish stew? Well, at least half of his trailer is full. Yeah, see, in the U.S., it's always turkey or ham, sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are popular around the holidays. Pumpkin pie. Who doesn't love pumpkin pie? Oh my God, oh, that one's in real bad shape. It's got to be pumpkin pie is easily my favorite pie. Nothing better than a good pumpkin pie. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Kind of similar to what we would think of as like New England clam chowder. Chowder, that's the word I was looking for. Oh, an oyster dressing. That's very popular here during the holidays. Not a fan myself, but I know a lot of people are really into those oysters. I'll pass. You can have mine. Just a little bit slimy for Harv's taste. Okay, Hunter, that sounds good. Lamb ribs. That sounds tasty. Yum. Is that kind of like ossobuco? Anybody know what ossobuco is? I think that's lamb shanks. Or maybe it's veal. I don't know. Whatever it is, it sounds yummy. Anybody getting hungry yet? I'm trying real hard. Oh, you're not the only person I know that doesn't like pumpkin though. AF. I've got a friend who will eat a piece of pumpkin pie to be polite during the holidays, but he really doesn't care for it at all. And yeah, the lamb ribs sound really good, but I really, really do like a good roast turkey. And it's strange, you know, it's only during the holidays. Like the rest of the year, people really don't break out the turkey. Probably because it's just kind of difficult to cook, but sign me up for the turkey. And the ham. And pretty much whatever. I think if I was smart, I would grab this guy and get him repaired too. Yeah. That's the only downside to these big harvesters. Is that the heads wear out really, really fast. And I pulled the head out of the repair box. Oh, I like a good rice pudding. That's not very common, at least not around here, but rice pudding is darn tasty. Around here, you'd be more likely to get bread pudding, which isn't the same at all, but also very good. Oh, yeah, they definitely do. Sometimes they mature, sometimes they go backwards. I've always kind of been impressed by the foodies who can just go out and eat anything and find something to say about it. Like, there are many things I have no desire to put in my mouth whatsoever. One of those being organ meats, like liver. No, thank you. Keep the liver. I don't want it. Organs are right out. Besides AF, you lived up in Alaska and had all those wild animal meats. So, you know, if you were going to go for a bird, you'd probably go for like a pheasant. I knew somebody was going to come back with the whole liver and onions thing. No, thank you. I can't. You can have mine. Every last bite. No, I know people who just love fried chicken gizzards and... Hey, okay, Roxana. Well, thank you so much for stopping in. It was great talking to you today, by the way. Thanks for filling us in on some of your farming and stuff. Good luck with that new Alice Chalmers. Nope. No to Roblox here. In fact, I'll be honest. I'm an old fart. I don't even know what Roblox is. I haven't kept up. You can have my fish head soup also, Alaskan farmer. I'll pass on the fish head soup. Fish heads are that part of the fish that you throw away before you cook the fish. At least for me they are. It sounds like you've been spending a lot of time with the Inuit Alaskan farmer. At least you're not talking about eating like seal blubber, or whale blubber, or something like that. Fish cheeks. There we go. Losing my trailer again. Eskimo candy. So we're talking about the whole seal blubber thing right now, right? I don't know, man. I don't know that I could be that brave. That'd be a scary something to take a bite out of. Here, have this lovely fresh chunk of whale blubber. Fair enough, Andrew. I think you and I think along the same lines there. My sister was always a really fussy eater. She would literally, she would literally, and we're talking about being little kids here, but um, she would eat something at one meal, and then 2 days later, if we happened to have it again, or a week later, if we happened to have it again, my dad would always pipe in and say, "Have some of this, blah blah blah," and she would just look at him with a completely straight face and say, "I don't eat that." So, yeah, she was one of those kids. And I can tell you right here and now, going back to kid stories, childhood stories, one thing that you will never, ever, ever see me put in my mouth is a beet. Pickled beets never happen. I know people love them, they swear by them, they'll eat them straight out of the can. Not this guy, never. And I'll tell you exactly why. Because I still remember that Sunday after church, sitting around the table, when my parents said you couldn't get up until you choked down those nasty purple beets. I think I was there for a good 2 hours before I finally buried them in something else and forced them down. But no beets for Harv, ever. No way. Nuh-uh. Not gonna happen. Nope. One thing I was just thinking about was one thing that's kind of dropped off the national conversation is, what movies are you looking forward to? Because you can't go to a theater anymore. Heck, they haven't even really been able to make movies for a long time just because of all the COVID going on. And I'm just an avid movie guy. I love some movies. But there's just nothing going on right now. I know there's the odd one popping up here and there, usually on a streaming service, but generally, not much a happening. Yeah, we're having that graphic glitch again. You got a new trader. What does that mean, dude? You traded something? Okay, A needs a repair. What are you talking about, Hunter? I don't quite understand, buddy. Oh yeah, this guy's running slow. He's hovering right between 14 and 15 miles an hour AF. As soon as we get done with this row, I'm going to pull him off and go repair. So you'll see the speed increase. And that is one fine looking tractor you've got there, my friend. I've never seen an orange Fendt before, though. Alright, Hunter, what is a Trador? Tractor. What's your new tractor this time, bud? I'm gonna bet it's a John Deere. Hunter is a green lover. He loves the John Deeres. Yeah, I figured as much. Took your Fendt and got it spray painted orange. It looks pretty good in orange, actually. If you go ahead and pull up, I will empty this guy out, or I'll back up. Either way. And the question is still out there. How much lettuce am I going to get off this field? Oops. I'm still betting well over 8,000 liters. Or 8 million liters. It's going to be somewhere between 8 and 10 million. I've already said Hunter. I just said Hunter is a huge John Deere fan. I figured it was a John Deere. It had to be for you, bud. I'm an equal opportunity tractor driver. I'll drive anything. But you should also know that Fendt is where I will always turn my head first. And people have asked me why I like Fendt. And honestly, this is my honest answer. This is the absolute truth. I don't have a lot of experience in real life with farm equipment and such, like some of you are lucky enough to. The first tractor in Farm Sim that caught my eye was the Fendt 1050. And ever since then, that's been my tractor of choice. I love it. And I will stick with it forever and ever. Like a good wife. No way, Hunter. No way, buddy. In fact, if you want to know, my second favorite tractor is the Case. Which is going to be really insulting to a John Deere fan. Sorry, pal. Yeah, the Case IH Connect Magnum is my second favorite tractor. Fell in love with that tractor the first time I installed that mod and fired it up. Great mod. Absolutely great. It has like 48 different tire variations. You could go from standard tires all the way up to a quad track. And kind of almost any variation in between. It's nuts. You think I should buy a John Deere and you should get to choose which one it is? Alright, I'll tell you what. Just for your sake, because I am an equal opportunity farmer as far as tractors go. As soon as I get to a point where I can break off, because I need to reset this lettuce harvester. So you stick with me until I can put him on that other section of field over there. And we'll go buy a John Deere tractor and you can tell me which one to buy. I have no shortage of cash, so it can be whatever you want. Yeah, dude, Case. My second favorite tractor is the Case IH Connect Magnum. Hey, Hunter. Do you hear me talking smack about you liking John Deere? No. And I just told you. You want me to go buy a John Deere? I'll go buy a John Deere and you can pick it out. Oh, poor Hunter feels like I'm against him. You'll get over it, buddy. Keep it up and you're not going to get to pick my John Deere tractor. I'll go buy one on my own. Yeah, AF, it's pretty hard to get in and out of. If I ever empty it, I might have to replace it. Because the one that Caveman set up for us works just a little bit better as far as access goes. I can't tell. Are we on a 15-minute or a 15-second delay right now, or are we on a, are we on a 30-second delay? Because it's taken Hunter a long time to figure out that I told him he could pick out my John Deere. It's got to be big, though. We have no room for small tractors on this big farm. It's got to pull like the wind. Well, let's look at our field and see just where do we stand. Oh, wow. We're kicking butt and taking names on this field. It won't be too much longer. We'll be done. It's only been an hour and 40 minutes. Come on, that's pretty quick. Yeah, as much as I like small tractors, on this farm, there's really no place for them. Small and medium tractors, they're right out. If it's not running at least 450, 500 horsepower, then it's really not doing the job we need it to do around here. I didn't... Where is that lettuce? There it is. No, there should still be room in there, AF. Room for at least another 1,000,000 liters. Yeah, I already promised Hunter. That he could pick. He's the one who had the idea. So we'll let him do his thing. We'll see what he comes up with. Now I know no matter where I put this harvester, it's going to run opposite. Won't be too much longer. I'll have all 4 harvesters working this one little tiny patch, and we'll knock this out in no time. AF, do you know that with that... Yeah, I was going to say, with those Wilson trailers, you have to switch the bins. I think you've got it sorted, though. There we go. Although by the time he's done unloading in the silo, I don't think I am going to have any more room. I max out at 6 million liters. And I can put 2 million. I can put another 600,000 in these trailers, and AF has room for 2 million, so that would be 6. That would be 10 million total if the silo is full. Oh, this guy's almost full. Or it looks pretty full anyway. Hey, that almost looked like I knew what I was doing. That's scary. Just over 5 million. My trailer's going to be 7 million. Oh, you're right, Hunter. Hang on just a second, buddy. Let me get this harvester unloaded. He was getting too full. There we go. Let me go pull off down on the end of the field, and we'll go buy that John Deere. Just for your sake, buddy. And for anybody out there who doesn't know, Hunter is one of the biggest Harvest World fans around. He loves to get out there and announce when everything is happening. All right, you ready, Hunter? Getting ready to open the shop, buddy. We're going to large tractors, right? Let's see what you can do. I figure we should probably just go all the way up to the top. Oh, I do have the 9RX series installed. No, I'm not buying a harvester, buddy. I'm buying a tractor. You said a John Deere tractor, so I will buy a tractor. I have got all the harvesters I need at the moment. All right, there's a 9RX right there. We're going to set it up for the US. We'll make sure it's got GPS. We want the max engine speed, or max horsepower, 670. That's good. That's $500,000. Now, what are my options? Oh, I can do wide crawlers, 3 meter. I think the wide tracks look best. How's that, Hunter? Is that going to work for you? Those are the biggest tracks I can get right there. Those are the broad ones. You want the wide tracks like that, but you don't get the broad tracks if they're spread out. The tracks have to be out like that. Why do they have to be out? Oh well, I promised. I'll take your word for it. The tracks need to be out. I have got a John Deere at the store. Unfortunately, I won't be able to use it just now, but well, I know you said, Hunter. I understand that you said. I was just trying to understand if there was a reason. Hang on. I'm working here too, man. I'm breaking off from getting the work done just to keep my promise to you, pal. So you got to work with me here also a little bit, buddy. This should fill up the silo. I don't think I was too far off of that 8 million liter, 8 to 10 million liter estimate. I don't think I was too far off of that at all. There we go. 6 million liters in the silo, almost a million in my trailer. That's 7. And we're not done yet. We're getting there, but we're not done yet. Panther E needs to be unloaded. Which one's E? Oh, AF is on him right now. Okay, good. I don't have any work for the John Deere. Actually, you know what? I do, but it's going to take forever to get him down to the farm because he runs so slow. You're going to have to wait, Hunter. Just be patient, pal. You've just gotten more than most people on stream have gotten. You're just going to have to chill for a minute, buddy. Or in my day, we used to say, take a chill pill. I'll get around to it. I have to let this harvester finish his job right here, then I'll put him over on a different task, and then I will go get the John Deere and bring him down here. It's going to be a long, slow drive because it only moves 20. That's another reason I like the Fendt. I'll tell you right now, one of the reasons I like the Fendt, it runs 39 miles an hour. And for a tractor pulling over 550 or over 500 horsepower, running 39 miles an hour, that's a big deal in my opinion. What is the Fendt horsepower anyway? Yeah, 517. I like a combination of speed and power. I don't care if you have 800 horsepower if you can only go 5 miles an hour. That's one of the reasons I don't fall back on the big bud as often as I probably should sometimes because, well, the big bud is slow. Really slow. Maybe I should have Caveman modify the big bud so it runs like 75. How cool would that be? A big bud running the field at 75 miles an hour. With triples on it, no less. Put some big triples on a big bud. Run it 75 miles an hour. That could get ugly in a hurry. Really ugly. Oh yeah, maybe we could get him to modify it so it has a 3-point attachment on it, so it could do more stuff. That's not a bad idea. Well, this will have to do right here. Actually, no. Nope. I need to put him over here. If I have the time, Hunter, I can't tell you that I could play on a regular basis. I would definitely drop in to check out your map and see what you've done. For a little bit, maybe. You know, when I've got the time. Probably not, won't be able to do it this weekend. I'm kind of booked up this weekend, but sometime we could arrange that just like I did for Ethan. All right, Hunter, here you go, pal. I'm going to go find your tractor. There it is. Skinny tires and everything. Nothing runs like a deer, right? Hey, by the time I get this thing back to the farm, the rest of that lettuce will probably be harvested. Because it's slow. Actually, it's not too bad. 24 is not bad. That's pretty standard for a tractor this size. But I'm just going to put a helper on it. When I get it back, I'll just put a helper on this tractor too. That'll be 5 helpers working on the same field. It's not bad. It still has that new tractor smell. Oh, Hunter, I'm going to say this John Deere is slow. I'll put it up against my Fendt and we'll see what slow is. That doesn't mean it's not good. It's just a little bit slower than I would normally like. But it is a standard. 24 is pretty standard for a tractor at this size. That's the truth. I don't know what it is about the European tractors that they run faster. Anybody know why European tractors seem to have higher speed limits? Like JCB, Fendt, stuff like that. I'm sure I will, Hunter. I'm sure you'll love it. Oh, I'm not getting into a green and red competitive urination contest here. Nope, because I don't care either way. I like the Fendt. There's this whole big thing in the US, green versus red. Which one's better, blah, blah, blah. Oh, AF says that the European tractors are faster because they have Mercedes-Benz engines in them. I would expect nothing less, Hunter. I expect one of the biggest setups I've ever seen. Is it as big as my setup down here on Old Timers Farm? And this is my hemp field that's been ready to harvest for ages. And I just haven't gotten around to it. That big field has taken up all my time. I just wondered. You were telling me how big it is, so just thought I'd ask. And the question still remains, how much lettuce is going to come off of that field? Oh, we're getting down to it now. Look at that. Just a couple little strips left to go. It's going to be well over 8 million. I've got 6 million. My silo is completely full of lettuce. Now it's up to the trailers. And I think AF, I have to personally run that lettuce to the sale point myself. Otherwise, it will credit you for the sale. Although that's not such a bad thing. Let's just find out how much there is. Anything you've got in that trailer, you sell off and keep. And that'll kind of be payment for helping out today. How's that sound? I think that sounds pretty fair. All right, buddy. Hunter, here you go. I've got my plow. Gonna get started on this field with the brand new John Deere just for you. And if it credits the money to me, AF, then I will throw it back at you. Well, it certainly tosses this plow around like it's standing still. All right, there he goes. Now I got to get back to collecting lettuce. Although it looks like, yeah, it looks like Alaskan Farmer's been doing a great job keeping up with these guys, so that's good. Oh, we are getting down to it. Only took 2 hours. Probably by the time we're done, maybe 2 hours and 20 minutes to harvest 200 acres with 4 different harvesters. Even taking the time to go buy a brand new John Deere tractor to appease Hunter and his John Deere sensibilities. And it sounds like you've got a fellow John Deere fan in Cole also, Hunter, so... There we go. Let's see. I've got over 8 million liters already. So we are looking at 10. We're looking at real close to 10 million liters here. Real close to 10 million. We'll see where it's at when we're done. Oh, there you go. Big Mungus is a big Mungus John Deere fan also. Outstanding. Now, everybody's entitled to like whatever they like. Whatever you guys like, I'm cool with that. Don't push it, Hunter. Don't push it. Because you... Yeah, I can actually see, AF, that you've got 57%. You're at 57%. Where was the sale point where the price is the best on that? Mill Station. Oh, I think Mill Station is way up north. No. That's Cozy Wool. Old Timer Mill Sales. Biogas, dairy, sawmill, grain mill, garden center. Restaurant. Oh, there. Yeah, I knew it was going to be up here somewhere. It's about as far away from my farm as you can get. I'm down here. It's way up there. It's going to take some doing to sell this stuff off. We are so close. Look at that. Look how close we are to being. That's the last of the lettuce. And we still have all 4 harvesters working it. $6 million in the silos. About another 3 million in our trailers between Alaskan Farmer and me. We've got almost another 3 million in our trailers, so we're looking at an easy $10 million. Easy 10 million liters, I mean. which is going to be, well over $10 million actually. Yeah, these harvesters are being aggressive, huh? If I can get this guy moving, there we go. And this guy should come straight right up behind him. And it looks like I'm going to be needed down at the other end, so... because they're going to be done. Once they get this last row complete, they're going to be done. Hooray. And once we know the exact total of the lettuce, then I'm going to do a calculation and find out, based on the current available price, we're going to find out exactly how much money that should bring in. If it's 10 million liters, it should be $16 million. I'm in for one heck of a payday today, fellas, ladies, gentlemen, anybody who's listening. It's going to be a big payday for Harv. And I want to be in this harvester. Well, yeah, you probably have like half a dozen, you probably have half a dozen government subsidy signs on your farm, Hunter. And I'm just teasing, by the way. All right, that's one harvester. This harvester is done. And yes, Harv is short for harvester or harvest. Okay, not really, but it sounds good. I know, Hunter. I'm just teasing, buddy. Relax, it's all good. I don't know what this guy thinks he's turning around for. For that one little tiny patch. That's impressive. You know, when you've got 10 million liters, you don't want to miss that last half a meter. Oh, check it out, guys. Check it out. The big lettuce harvest is almost done. Holy cow. Knocked this out pretty quick. Actually, considering what it is, we actually knocked this out pretty darn quick. Gonna have to run down to the other end of the field now and catch up with the last two and shut them down. Actually, there's one coming up right here. He's going to be done. And then one more behind him. Picking up one last time. Literally one row of lettuce left on the field. That's awesome. Shut you down. Dump you into a trailer. And now I will just sell off my lettuce heads because I'm never doing this again. Oh, no, that's ridiculous. I'm set to make $16 million today on this one field of lettuce. All right, where are we? Hey, Alaskan farmer, what's the exact count of lettuce that you have in your trailer? We're going to find out just exactly how much money this is going to pay when we sell it. Hey, and we got it done before the rain came. I don't know if we could have harvested this in the rain or not, but I can tell you right now, if I ever do a root crop like this on this field again, or a crop like this on this field again with a high volume, I'm going to have to add some extensions to my silo, or buy a different silo, which is probably what I'll really do. It's got 1.324 million liters. Oh, and that was smart harv. I didn't leave room down or unload the last harvester. Okay, so he has 1, 3, 2, 4, or yeah, 1, 3, 2, 4, 773. Okay. And what's the grand total in my trailers? I hate when the game does that. 1815412. The grand total, 9,140,185. Hey Sean, like it says in the title, this is Old Timers Farm by Cazz64, and welcome to the stream. Okay, and based on the current price for lettuce, our high price, $16,888. So I said I've got 9,140,185 liters of lettuce after that harvest, divided by 1,000. That's 9,140.185 times 1688. For a grand total of $15,428,632. That's my payday today for harvesting all that lettuce. You ready to go sell some lettuce at Alaskan Farmer? Because it's going to be quite the hike up there. And John Deere can keep cultivating this field, plowing this field actually. And this will give you a feel for just how big this map is. Yeah, let's see where we're at. We're at 4. So we've been harvesting for 2 hours and 15 minutes. 4 harvesters, 2 of us running chaser bin. Over 9 million liters of lettuce. And $15 million payday. Jackpot. Not shabby. Not shabby at all. I'll take it. Who wouldn't want a $15 million payday? And Hunter, that is an impressive sum you've got working there, buddy. $138 million. What map is that on, man? Now, if you don't like square, flat, American-style maps, this is probably not the map for you. But one thing that Cazz64 does is he always makes sure that there's plenty of room around fields so that if you need workers to work, they've got the room to do it. Tons of room for workers to work. You don't know what map you're on, buddy? Or you just have so many now you can't keep track of them all? And when we get up there to sale AF, let me know if that puts money into your account, because if it doesn't, then I'll make sure you get paid back. I wish Sharko was here, because he keeps all the tallies on how much the workers get paid. He's the one that keeps telling us these guys make $380 an hour or something like that for running chaser bins for us. Man, we've got a lot of clutter going on these days. It's called Mill Station. It's up near Caveman's Farm. I'll be there in just a second. If you look on your map, you can see where I'm headed. Sorry, James. No, this is going to be a PC-only map. There's too much stuff. Cazz64 doesn't release his maps for console. I don't know why, but it is heavily, heavily modded with his own type stuff. Like it's got extra farm animals, extra crops. So unfortunately, when it comes to Cazz, yeah, he's not releasing for console. But Christmas is coming up. Maybe you can get a PC for Christmas. I don't know. I'm not one of those people who says, you know, just because you play on console, oh, go get a PC and play a real game. That's ridiculous. Play the game the way, you know, any way you have the opportunity to play. So that's not the point I'm making. And why am I struggling here so bad? I think I just got it at a bad angle. Oh, I'm not familiar with that one, Hunter. La Santerre. I have not done anything with that one. Okay, yeah, I'm just making a mess out of this now. But at least I can dump my lettuce. Oh, that's why. I just came in at a bad angle, and now I got my trailers all jacked up here. There we go. There's the first almost 1.7 million. And that was just one trailer load. 1 million liters. Now the question is, can I get out of this mess? I think I've got it all so screwed up now that I'm never going to get it all out of here. Oh, wait, maybe. Oh, so close. I'll just keep tugging on it until it pulls through. If at first you don't succeed, apply more speed. Come on. Yeah, this is what we'll probably have to do. Now I'll have to block him so he can't get through until I can get my trailer out of there. Sorry, Kemosabe. I made a right mess out of this. And I still am. Hey, anybody who's watched my series knows exactly how poorly I can drive sometimes. I need somebody to start keeping a crash counter. Push it. Push it real good. Now, this place is worse than my silo. Yeah, now the end of the trailer is all jacked up against the edge of the ramp, so I can't get underneath it. Hey, you all wanted to tune in to see Harv make a mess out of a trailer? You're seeing it. Oh, there we go. Now I can get him out of there. Yeah, this place is awful. Man, if it ever says Mill Station again, I'm just going to hold on to my stuff until somebody else will let me sell it to him, because this is ridiculous. The angle is awful. There, I'm in far enough to dump anyway. With those doubles on your tractor, AF, I'm not sure that you'll be able to slide through here. Oh, trust me, Hunter, I'm sure there are plenty of things that you could do easy. Man, remind me never to sell at this place again. Never again. Yeah, this is going to time out just about right. We'll get this lettuce sold off, and it's going to get dark. So, be about time to call it a day, I think. We still beat the rain, though. That was a big deal. Oh, we are right here at Caveman's farm. What's he got working here? Oh, that's a big hemp field. Caveman loves growing hemp. Oh, I thought I had it bad. AF might make it in there. Oh, he's going to get it. Looks like he's going to get her in there. Oh, it's awfully close. No, he's got it. He's got it. And I've got to do this 3 more times. that's quite the power. That's quite the pulling power you got there. See, that's what we're talking about. That's what a Fent will do. Looks like we're at the rodeo. You got that bucking bronco thing going on there. Oh shoot! I thought I was gonna get that. It just didn't quite want to go. It's not the Fent that's fat. It's the doubles he's got on there. All right, time to go get another load. What I really should do is buy 2 more of those Wilson trailers and swap them out for the belly dumps. That would give me 4 million, and I'd only have to make 2 trips. Maybe I should just do that. I mean, it's not like I have a shortage of cash at this point, right? Right. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. That'll give me 3 of the Wilsons. That's a nice $6 million or 6 million liter train. Oh, good deal. Very good, AF. I'm glad that paid you out. That had to be what, a couple million at least, right? No, we're not buying them in pink. My trailer's disappeared. Now, one thing about this map, this is a very tight shop. Very tight. Outstanding. I hope you find that to be a reasonable payday. When Caveman and Sharko get back, I haven't paid them anything for helping out either, and they've done a ton of work. So I should probably take some of this cash and pay them off too. Not pay them off like pay them off, but you know what I mean. Give them a little bit of a bonus. Make it a Merry Christmas for the fellas. And I'm just going to get the top off on that thing right now. Now this is the way you're really supposed to hook up a set of doubles. You set up the first trailer, then you bring in your dolly and put it in place. Yeah, and I tried to install the I tried to install the store deliveries mod, which would have allowed us to place the store at a different location, but it won't work on multiplayer. Yeah, I would almost recommend, if you're going to play this map and you know how, to mod it out. So you either take all the fencing out around the shop or whatever, because man, is it tight in here. Very tight indeed. Oh, you got to be kidding me. These don't have a hitch on the back? They don't have a hitch on the back. Well, oops. Oh well, I'll come back and get the other one later. This will still be easier than trying to haul that train of belly dumps around, right? Right. Well, I think all that's left to do right now is to sell off a whole bunch of lettuce. I've been running for 2.5 hours. It's starting to get dark, and I know that the stream quality is really going to start to get poor. Well, we've got a lot of people who've joined up recently, which I appreciate. Thank you, everyone. If you haven't yet and you've enjoyed the stream, please remember to hit the like button. It really does help the channel a lot. It's a small thing that you can do. That's very, very helpful. I'm not saying you got to, just asking if you would, please. But with all of that said, I really do appreciate everybody coming along for the big lettuce harvest today. It's been massive. It's been huge. It's been crazy. Okay, not too crazy, but 9.1 million liters of lettuce. It's going to end up paying me, an Alaskan farmer, over $15 million for one field. I guess now I know what I was thinking, since the title of the stream was "What Was I Thinking?" I was thinking payday, cha-ching. But on that note, I think we're going to call it. I think we are going to call it a day. So I really appreciate everybody on the stream today. It's actually been really fun. You guys have been great. Hunter, Cole, Our Lady in Norway. Was that Rebecca from Norway? I'll go back and look. Big Mungus, Andrew Baxter, Sean Powers, everyone who's been along for the ride. James Campbell. All you guys who stopped in, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Look forward to the next episode of Off the Grid tomorrow at 10 a.m. coming to YouTube near you. So everybody take care. If I don't see you before, I wish you all a Merry, Merry Christmas. Although I imagine there will be another stream or two sometime this week. So again, I think that's going to do it for this Saturday afternoon live stream from Harv's World. Again, thank you so much, and you all take care.